Good morning students. In this class I will be doing class 9 CBSE syllabus 10th chapter circles. Already I have given you an introduction regarding the theorems and the important theorems that we need to know before doing the exercise sums. Now we will do exercise sums. 10.1 is very simple. Fill in the blanks and true or false only we have. All these things are based on the basics of circles. The center of a circle lies in dash of a circle. How will be the center of the circle? A circle is there. The center will be in the interior of the circle. Center will be in the interior of the circle. A point whose distance from the center of a circle is greater than its radius lies in dash of the circle. A point whose distance. So, point whose distance from the center of a circle is greater than its radius. So this one we will call it as radius. If it is greater than the radius, that point and this point from the center when it is connecting, it lies on the exterior of the circle. It lies on the exterior of the circle. Then the longest chord of a circle is a diameter of the circle. Longest chord is the diameter. It will pass through the center of the circle. An arc is a dash when it ends on the ends of the diameter. Fourth one is an arc is a dash when it ends on the ends of the diameter. So when you take a circle, these two are the ends of the arc. So we will say this as the semicircle. It's a semicircle. It's a semicircle. Segment of a circle is the region between an arc and the segment of a circle. So in a circle, this part we will say it as the segment of the circle. So a segment of the circle is the region between an arc. So this is the region, the shaded part is the region between an arc and the chord of a circle. So this one we will call it as chord, between the arc and the chord of the circle. A circle divides the plane on which it lies in three parts. So exterior, interior and the circle, that arc of the circle. So it divides it into three parts. The next one is true or false. Line segment joining the center to any point on the circle is a radius of the circle. So this one is true. Then a circle has only finite number of equal chords. So if we take a circle, there are infinitely many chords will be there. Infinitely, that is the diameter. Infinitely many chords will be there. So this one also is a chord. Like this also we will say that as chord. So infinitely, a circle has only finite number of equal chords. So that is false. It has infinitely many number of equal chords. It is given equal chords. Okay. Circle has only finite number of equal chords, so it is false. If a circle is divided into three equal arcs, each is a major arc. So when we take a circle, when it is divided into three equal arcs, so when we are dividing this arc into three equal arcs, 1, 2, 3, each is a major arc. So when we are dividing the arc into three equal parts, all the arc length will be equal. So we cannot say that as major arc. Okay, so this is false. So this one is false. Then a chord of a circle which is twice as long as its radius is a chord of a circle which is twice as long as its radius is a diameter of a circle. So we will say that twice the radius, we will say that as the diameter. Sector is a region between the chord and its corresponding arcs. Sector is a region between the chord and its corresponding arc. That is false. Sector is between the radius and the arc. So a circle is a plane figure. So that is true. We will say that a circle is a plane figure. So only this much we have in the first exercise. Now we will see second exercise. Next exercise 10.2. Only two sums we have in this exercise. Prove that equal chords of congruent circles subtends equal angles at their center. Congruent circles. Congruent circles means circles with the congruence with the radius with the same radius. That is, if we take 5 centimeter for a circle, the other circle will also have the same radius. So they are called congruent circles. So the thing is, two congruent circles are there. Equal chords of the congruent circle. So we will take chords as equal chords. Length of the chords as equal we will take. Okay. Subtend equal angles at their center. At the center, they subtend equal angles. That only we are asked to prove. So, we will join this center and this one we will join. First triangle we will take this as ABC and this one as PQR. So, in this BC is equal to QR. This is given in the question. Equal chords. We are asked to prove that angle BAC is equal to angle QPR. This is the thing we are asked to prove. So this is given, that is equal chords, it is given. BC is equal to QR, that is given, and AB is equal to PQ. So this is radii. Radius are equal. So AB is equal to PQ and AC is equal to PR. So this is the radius. Radii we can say. This is the radii. So triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by SSS congruence. By side congruence, we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. We are asked to prove that they subtend equal angles at the center. So by CPCT, angle BAC is equal to angle QPR. So this is by CPCT. This is the thing we are asked to prove. Second sum is, prove that if chords of a congruent circles. So we will take congruent circles. So these are the congruent circles. If they subtend equal angles at their center. If they subtend equal angles at the center. If they subtend equal angle at their centers. So this is the converse of the previous theorem. So ABC, PQR. So in the question it is given that it subtends equal angle. That is angle BAC is equal to angle QPR. We are asked to prove that they have equal chords. Then the chords are equal. That is BC is equal to QR. We are asked to prove this. So we will take triangle. In triangle ABC and triangle PQR. So we know that AB is equal to PQ. That is the radii. Since it is congruent circles, the radius will be equal. Then AC is equal to PR. So this is also radii. Then in the question it is given angle BAC is equal to angle QPR. So this is given in the question. So by SAS, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by SAS congruence. So we are asked to prove that BC is equal to QR. By CPCT, we can say that BC is equal to QR. CPCT. By CPCT, BC is equal to QR. BC and QR are the chords. So we are asked to prove that chords are equal. So we have proved that chords are equal. Okay. With this, I am completing today's class. Whatever doubts you have, you message me in the comment box. Thank you.